Disappointed to lose in the manner in which we've lost today. It's disappointing. Having said that, congratulations to White Eagles. They worked very hard. They took their opportunities and got themselves 3 valuable points. From our point of view, as I say, disappointed in the way that we played. We weren't good enough today, and now the important thing is to see how we bounce back from that next week in the Cup. But it's been a great run, and all great runs have to come to an end, but now we've got to start all over again.
Do you think there's a bit of a hangover from last week's title winning game?
Well, when you've already won the title, the next game's difficult, that's for sure. But let's not make any excuses. White Eagles came out, they played with a great spirit. We know they get the ball forward quickly and they scrap hard, and we don't want to be fighting with them. And in the first half we were fighting with them instead of getting it down and playing. But congratulations to them, and now my players and myself have got to show the character now to lift ourselves and bounce back.
You dominated possession, the King hit the woodwork twice. Just bad luck.
You don't get goals for hitting the woodwork, you've got to put them in, and we didn't do it. We weren't clinical today. I mean, I left Andy Brennan off at the start just to give him a little breather after the heavy grounds last week and with cup games to come in. I wanted Braden Mann to get some playing time in, and maybe those decisions weren't the right decisions, and it's cost us the game. But I'm sure we'll get back on the track this week and put it right.
In another way, the pressure's off, and you can resort to normal business, can't you?
Well, it's been normal business for a while, but we have to get back now. Get back on the track and get some good work in again, and make sure we keep our shape and the principles of moving that ball quickly. Today we didn't move the ball quickly enough in the front third.
What are your thoughts, Steve?
Look, I thought it was a fantastic effort by all 14 players today. We had injuries early, we'd given away an early goal, came back before half time, and at half time we thought we had a really good chance because we needed the 3 points today. And we thought that South, whilst they would continue to play good football and come at us, we would get our chances if we could hold firm. And as it turned out, we got a goal on a break and held out very well towards the end.
They put enormous pressure on you, didn't they?
Look, they just kept coming, and we knew they would. And part of the struggle was to try and get our blokes not to continue to play attacking football once we got 2-1 up. Because that's naturally the way that I've asked them to play, and all of a sudden to try and sit back and absorb pressures a little bit hard. But I thought they did really, really well. A couple of them were carrying knocks at the end, and I'd already used subs, so I couldn't make any more subs. Fantastic.
Obviously we win as well, in the top 4.
Well, 3 points. I think it puts us above Clarence on goal difference now, so 3 games to go, still 9 points there, so both Kingborough could still catch us and roll us if we have to lose to Clarence in the last game. But hopefully that'll give us a good springboard into the next 3 games of the season.
And personally yourself, you've got 4 games unbeaten. I think you've killed South Hobart 64.
I think the 3 points is probably the more important for us. Obviously been a bit frustrating, 3 draws in a row. Really happy.
Good evening, Ken.
Good evening, Jed.
Any reflections after the Eagles game?
Plenty, I suppose, but we don't like to look back too much. Great respect for White Eagles and for them winning the game. They were better than us on the day, and they took their chances, but at the same time we maybe could have got a draw as well or pinched the game. So we've now lost that unbeaten record, and we can now focus again on finishing our league games off, and also the Lacazelle Jack Cup and the statewide finals.
Have you been able to get on the training park this week?
Yeah, we had a super session on Tuesday night at Showgrounds of all places, but the surface was good and the lighting was okay, so we got a good hour and a half in there, all with the ball, so I was quite pleased about that.
How's team morale?
Good. I think the lads got together after the game and had a couple of drinks and really wound each other up to get refocused again, and I think it's worked well. The session on Tuesday was quite sharp and bright, and I'm sure the lads will be focused for this weekend's game.
Got a full squad for the 2 games at the weekend?
Yeah, we have a full squad to pick from for the seniors. Slight doubt maybe with Luke Hughes. Luke has got a little groin niggle, but we'll just see what the ground's like before we pick the side. But yeah, full contingent to pick from. I'm very happy.
Have you had a look at Truna this season?
No, unfortunately we haven't had the chance. I saw them early in pre-season and they were very young, and but I think Gary Slicer's done a good job there. He's got them organised and at least trying to play good football, so we'll respect them and want to get back to winning ways.
Cup games can be very difficult. You trying anything different yourself, formation-wise?
No, I don't think so. I think the way we've played has worked for us, and that's what we'll focus on, playing to our shape, to our system. The only emphasis will change is that we will definitely want our passing to be much quicker in the front third. I thought we were a little bit slow at delivering, and we need to quicken that area up. But other than that, it'll be just all systems go.
Has Darcy Street recovered from the Clarence game?
Well, I had a look at it today, and it still looks a little bit on the heavy side, but certainly the greenness is coming back, and I'm sure by Saturday it'll be okay.
Any thoughts about the 11 o'clock kickoff? It's early start.
Well, we win the game a bit earlier, but no, I mean, it's the same for both teams, and we believe we're a good side. We look after ourselves, so we should be able to come out and play at 11 o'clock.
Good evening, Nick.
G'day Jed, how are you?
I'm good. You've been assisting Ken with the 19s. What are your thoughts about the coming clash this weekend?
It should be an interesting clash actually. Devonport are a fairly good side from what we've heard. We played in the Hudson Cup obviously at the start of the year against the Launceston sides, but we didn't come across Devonport during that, so it'll be interesting to see how we compare with them.
What are you expecting? Are they a physical side, play the long ball up to the striker, or?
If they play similar to what their senior squad does, or senior team does, I think they would be like that. Getting the ball very quickly from the back to the front. Front, very direct type play, and physical. I would imagine it'd be quite a physical side. So,
and you've got a few reserve players who haven't got a game this weekend to choose from. Does that change the mix, or?
Well, I think it makes our side a little bit stronger physically.
Yeah.
The boys all right through the club, from the juniors through the seniors, they play a very similar style. So that's not going to be an issue from that point of view. But I think having the bigger bodies about is going to help our side immensely. I think.
Gives you a deeper bench.
It does. Because we have struggled during the year against the more physical sides, but playing wise and the system that we play, I think the boys are very good at playing that and getting better. They're not going to learn straight away, but it's a couple of year plan, I would imagine.
What would be the average age of your 19s?
The 19, I think the oldest player we've got is 18, then they drop down to 15, so they're all very young, and one or two 14-year-olds that normally fill in for us will come off the bench, so it's a fairly young squad.
Yeah. And your first year at South Hobart, has it been a change in culture? Or?
Yeah, it is. I work with Cam. Ken's very professional in what he does, very organised and disciplined, and that's how to be successful. That's how you've got to be as a player, and everything's well structured and organised, and I think everyone knows where they stand, and but everyone's respected and well thought of, and it's amazing. I got a real not a shock, but I was surprised as to how much involvement the young boys have with the senior players and reserves and senior players, and how well they know each other, just due to the way they mix at training and get involved with training drills. I think it's great, and the more clubs should do that. I think it's good for the future of the clubs.
I know your friends at Zebras pulled your leg about being at South, or?
Not really. I don't think no one's really said anything to me, and it's just something that we've decided to do, and I don't really talk about it, and they don't really, other than asking how things are going. That's really all that happens. Really, it's a sport that we're interested in. It's got nothing to do with anything else. So that's life.
Didn't want to put you on the spot.